Hey guys, and welcome back to another brand new Attack on Titan video. And man, what in the world was that episode? I've recently just watched the 5th episode of the final season part 2, or the 80th episode of the Attack on Titan anime from 2000 years ago. What in the world just happened? We literally just witnessed the peak of Attack on Titan being adapted into one singular episode, chapter 121, the ending, the Ymir backstory, chapter 122, and the end of chapter 123, the Aaron's rumbling speech. All of it being adapted into one single episode. It's crazy. So basically in today's video, I'll be giving my own thoughts on how the episode was. Obviously, I've recently just watched only one time, by the way. I've recently have watched the raw version. There's no subtitle at all, but it is still in a good quality. There's still great sound. Basically, it's just the episode without the subtitle, but since I've already read the manga, I don't think I really need that much, and I'm pretty sure there are some few anime original scene that has been added. I'm not sure which, but yeah, I'll definitely going to update you guys on that tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. But yeah, with that being said, spoiler, I forgot. Spoiler if you haven't watched the 5th episode or the 80th episode of Attack on Titan from 2000 years ago. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys have already watched it because I'm scheduling this video to get uploaded 3 a.m. in the morning. Well, at least for me, since that is when the official sub version gets released. So yeah, without further ado, without spitting any more words, let's just get straight into the video. Alright, so let's start off with something that is not that heavy. Let's talk about the scene before the opening. So right from the start, they shows 2D hand-drawn Titan fight. Finally, we got to see MAPPA Studios' 2D hand-drawn Titan fight, which is Shingeki no Kyojin, the Attack Titan, and Shisuno Kyojin, I guess, the founding Titan, which is Grisha versus Frida. And in my opinion, it looks pretty great. It looks great. It feels enjoyable to see finally 2D Titans fighting in this episode. I mean, it's not to the level, it's not the greatness level, it's not reaching those, damn, this is incredible, this is one of the best Attack on Titan fight in the history of Attack on Titan. It's not that type of level, but it is still great to see that this is, finally, we got to see it, like literally 2D hand-drawn Titan fight between Attack Titan and the Founding Titan. It looks great. The whole sequence before the opening looks great, and right after that we got to see the recap. Obviously it is great as well. I really like the OST that has been playing there, and right after that we got a quite different shot of that scenery in the anime. I'm pretty sure it's quite different from the manga, even though I'm pretty sure I myself prefer the manga more, but well, alright. But this is something that I would like to mention the most. Aaron's voice actor, Yuki Kaji, did an incredible job, Mike. My dude, that scream literally pushed all of those... I got goosebumps from hearing that. Like, that scream is just incredible. Yuki Kaji did an incredible job in this episode. But obviously, there's some few flaws that I am able to notice. I'm pretty sure this is just my own nitpick, but well, let me just tell you guys. There are some shots in this episode, I mean, some running shot, specifically the running shot that looks quite weird in motion. Like, well, in the manga, it looks weird as well, but in the anime, in the motion, it still looks weird, which in my opinion, I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but man, that looks pretty weird. But don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on anyone. Oh my gosh, that's just your trash opinion. Well, that is just my own nitpick, only for this episode. This is my only nitpick in this episode, so trust me. Alright, so right after the opening, we got the Ymir backstory, and I only have one word. Perfect. Like literally the whole Ymir backstory was perfect. There's no flaw at all. It is literally flawless. The whole Ymir backstory was adapted perfectly. The whole Ymir backstory was adapted perfectly. It's not only perfectly, they even made it better in the anime. They added more original scene in the anime. Obviously, there are some censoring in the episode. Obviously, it is a national Japanese TV and you are expecting them to actually show them eating the hell out of Ymir's body. I mean, what? But the whole story, the whole backstory was depicted perfectly. Ymir's pain was depicted perfectly. The episode director Naoki Matsura did an incredible job with this episode. Man, you did an incredible. Oh my goodness, this is just crazy. To actually think about it, it's just perfect. The whole thing was perfect. The Ymir's transformation, the whole thing was just perfectly adapted. It's even more better in the anime than it is in the manga. The atmosphere, the voice acting, the whole thing was perfect for Ymir backstory. I'm not over exaggerating here, but man, I literally just like that scene. I mean, it's not that scene, the whole Ymir backstory. It was depicted perfectly. Ymir's pain was depicted perfectly. And I really like it. Damn, man. It's crazy. Oh, and also, how could I forget about this? The OST in this episode was perfectly used. Literally, you guys can check out the full OST of the Rumbling, which is also called as a what is it again? Footsteps of Doom. Man, it's just so crazy. It's so well made. And also, the Ymir backstory. How many times am I about to talk about Ymir backstory? Alright, I promise this is the final time I'm about to talk about Ymir's backstory in this video. Basically, the OST that is placed for Ymir's backstory was also perfectly placed. The whole it's just so great. Alright, so right after that, we got to see Takehito Koyasu. Yes, I am the descendant of the royal blood. That scene was... it's so great, but man, the running scene looks weird. Again, this is my only nitpick of this episode. The running scene looks weird. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but man, it looks pretty weird for me. But man, the Mate Itandaro Tsuto 2000年から誰か. That scene was so emotional. I don't know, I feel so emotional hearing that, like, Mate Itandaro Tsuto 2000名から誰が. I'm not sure if I got the pronunciation correct, but man, the whole sequence of this particular scene is just perfectly done. And the founding transformation with the OST, it's great, man. It looks so great. I'm pretty sure one of the freelancer that has announced their participation actually did that. I'm pretty sure is it Yan? I'm not sure, but man, the whole founding, the whole wall-breaking scene was just perfectly made. The atmosphere for the rumbling, the CG Colossal Titan looks pretty great as well. I'm pretty sure that is because of the composition. But man, the CG it's not Colossal. The CG Aaron founding Titan looks great as well. The whole CG that is being used in this episode looks great. It doesn't really look that noticeable. It doesn't look wanky at all. It looks great. Okay, that's my only word for this episode. I mean, I've only watched it once, right? But man, by judging from this episode, this is by far MAPPA Studio best Attack on Titan episode so far, and might actually be my personal favorite Attack on Titan episode. I mean, wait, Two Brothers is up there. Damn. I'm going to rewatch it tomorrow, but Two Brothers is still up there. But man, this episode from 2000 years ago was perfectly adapted. The whole thing was perfectly adapted. Oh my goodness, it's just so great. It's just crazy. Alright, so yeah. And finally, the final scene. to all subject of Ymir. Yes, Aaron's rumbling speech were perfectly adapted. Thank you very much to all of the staff that has worked on this episode, to every single person that has participated in this episode. You guys did an incredible job. Like, man, the whole sequence was just incredible. And also the final frame, which is a still shot, by the way, shockingly, it looks much better in the anime. I mean, it is still a still shot, but man, it looks very identical to the manga, but with a green eyes and just those type of effect. It looks great. Okay, the whole episode was incredible. I might be overhyping myself right now, but it is a straight 2000 out of 10 episode. It is a 10 out of 10 episode. Let me just say that. The CGI, the whole stuff was incredible. My only nitpick was the running scene. It looks quite weird, but whatever, we got peak in this episode. Peak of Attack on Titan in one singular episode. That's basically it. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And man, it's crazy. Goodbye.